Takarsak kırmayalım biber.
Okey.
The flying 200-metre record is an indication of the fastest cyclist on the planet. It's that simple. It's the purest and simplest way to determine the fastest rider in the world.
The possibility of becoming the fastest track cyclist ever just kind of blows my mind.
I'm very excited for him. I know how hard he's been working for this record. Him changing countries had a lot of backlash, a lot of hate, and now he's trying to break this record.
This is, yeah, breath of fresh air where kind of not be like ground down.
You just want to be in that realm of top sprinters.
That man is just like ridiculous at everything he touches.
I remember when I went sub 10 the first time, and it was a significant thing. And if you told us then that it'd be possible for a human being to go under 9 seconds, I would never have believed it.
I wanted to do it for a while, I think. The closer that I got to going sub 9, the more of a realization it became that it was possible. It's probably been 2 years in the making, really, where I thought this is definitely a possibility, and it was just me thinking where, how, when. A big emphasis on when, because we're obviously always competing for a world championship, Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games, and that's always the target. There was a good period of time this year in between the World Cup and the Worlds where I could fit it in and go and do it. When someone does it, no one else will do it first. You know, they kind of hold that forever, and I wanted that to be me.
No matter where you are in the world, you can do a flying 200 on any track, and it's where you see the quickest riders shine. Well, I remember the first time I saw a sub 10, and I think it was at the Bogota Worlds in 1995 was the first time it actually happened. 5 riders went under 10 seconds. It was at altitude. Our minds were blown. And I remember when I went sub 10 the first time, and it was a significant thing. It's amazing to see the progress over the last 2 decades. And if there's anyone that can do it, it's Matt Richardson.
Matt's sort of his own guy. He does stuff the way he wants to, and he's sort of just taken everything under his control, and he's making this thing happen.
Nothing's a given, but the whole period leading up to it, knowing that I had a set date and I had everything at my fingertips to be able to do it, it's perfect. It's pretty quiet in here at the moment.
I'm very excited for him. I know how hard he's been working for this record. He works so hard in the gym, so hard on the track. He's so particular in what he does. Yeah, and I'm so proud of him for pushing his dreams.
I got into cycling when I was, I think, 13 or 14 years old, and it was kind of just by chance. So I went to watch a race in Perth with my dad called the Westral Wheel Race. And there was a lady going around trying to scout more people into the sport, and their club session, Midland Cycle Club, was on a Wednesday night. It worked out where that was the one night off gymnastics I had. So I thought, you know, as a young kid, I would just fill my time with even more sport. I was still doing gymnastics probably for about a year beyond that, and then had an elbow injury, which meant I needed to take a significant amount of time out of gymnastics to let it heal properly. And I just thought, I've been doing this for 11 years already, I think I've kind of had enough. And cycling was new and fresh and exciting, so I just swapped over basically the course of a weekend, told doctor's office on a Friday, and Monday I was track cycling, so yeah, that was it.
3, 2, 1, go!
His passion is what I admire. Like, he's so passionate about the sport. He loves riding his bike, and it's something I'm trying to take forward into my career too, because ultimately we do things this because we love it.
I don't know, like I look back on myself when I was a younger rider or videos when I just started track cycling, and it's just crazy to think how far I've come since then, to the point of a world championship, Olympic medals, but the possibility of becoming the fastest track cyclist ever. It just kind of blows my mind to think that kid back then had no idea where this sport was about to take it. And it's just, I don't know, like I'm almost doing it for him, you know, for that kid many, many years ago. It's a weird thing to say, but like, I just want to make him proud. I'm not 6, 7-time Olympic gold medalist. I don't have 10, 20 world titles. So I'm still hunting for what I can do in the sport that gives me that sense of achievement. I'm always hungry for more.
I am quite nervous for him because ultimately to go sub 9 seconds is, I can't even put into words like how fast that is.
I don't know if you've media trained him. No. Save that one. Save one.
He knows what he wants.
Hi, I'm Harry Horn. I ride in the Team GB sprint squad alongside Matt Richardson.
In a nutshell, what's Matt like as a teammate?
Very supportive teammate, very motivational. I think since he's come onto the squad, we've grown a lot as a team. Training's become a lot more competitive, and yeah, he's just such like a natural competitor. I think this sort of spilled over into the rest of us.
He's really good fun. I think as much as he's a friend to me, he's a massive mentor as I'm just coming up through the ranks. So I think having him there, he's got so much experience. He's really fun to train with. He's so knowledgeable. So yeah, he helps me out a lot.
Also, they saw him go in, well, no way to come back out again.
Well, when you meet Matty, he's lovely. Like, he's such a nice person. But on the bike, he is this fighter. He wants something different. He has so much confidence.
Yeah, I think I was just kind of shocked by how nice he was, to be honest. I didn't think, like based on his persona from the TV and stuff, that we were going to get along, but we became really good mates. One thing about Matty is he trains really fast, and I think everyone on Team GB was just absolutely shocked when he came in, and the times he was doing in training were just like absolutely outrageous.
I think Matt's always stood out as a tenacious rider. He's very tactically aware, very smart. He thinks on his feet. He's got the peak speed obviously as well. He's not got a weakness in any areas, and he's the only person really that's provided a serious rivalry to Harry Lebrayson, who has dominated this era of men's track sprinting. But he's not unbeatable, Harry, and I think Matt has shown that numerous times. So yeah, I think with the support of British cycling, having moved from Australia back to his home country of the UK, I think he has the potential to, you know, to potentially become an Olympic champion or world champion himself.
Having your name there with like Chris Hoy and the big guys that are remembered from years ago, I think if he does that, he could be remembered as one of the best track cyclists ever. So I think that means a lot for him. And I think personally, he's been on such a big journey from years ago when he was in Australia. I think him coming over here to ride for GB now and break that record, it'd mean a lot for him to do it for his actual home country.
Hi guys, just eat my breakfast. Look how yummy that is.
Hole 15. We're 1 week out from the record attempt. So unwinding a little bit on my rest day by playing some golf as I usually do. Yeah, that's money. Camera adds strokes.
Camera adds strokes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm feeling pretty good. I've got one more session tomorrow before flying out on Monday. So yeah, I mean, it's getting pretty real now. Like when I posted that I was doing it, it was like, I don't know, like obviously all my friends and stuff knew that I was doing it, but when you kind of like announce it, you kind of like, oh, I need to kind of perform here, otherwise like, yeah, but it's just part of it, isn't it? Like, I don't know, part of the pressure. It's just, if there wasn't much pressure, it doesn't really mean anything, so. It's too quick. When I find something that I love doing, I just commit to it 100%, no matter what it is.
This is our morning routine
on our brand new coffee machine. Sit down, sit right there. Ooh, that's good. I'll take that, I'll take that. We have a chance here for par. That was unfortunate. That's why I ended up doing gymnastics from such a young age, because I just had so much energy when I was young, and my mum needed to put me into something to kind of burn it off. And sure enough, I enjoyed it, loved it, so I just committed to it almost 100%. And then found track cycling and basically did the same thing, so it's all right. It's all right, bogey. Next hole's a really difficult par 3. Not because it's a hard shape, but it's just 203 yards, so we don't like the next hole, do we? Yeah, I'm always kind of switched on thinking about something, whether it's cycling or outside of the sport.
Oh yeah, that's the money shot.
I've got a modified hybrid, as its sole purpose is to bump and run out from under trees. So it's just a nice little choke down hybrid. Bang.
Are you just going to leave it there?
Can do. Yeah, see, it's too thick.
That's okay.
I'm still going to be able to get something out of it. But look at that.
It's giving cappuccino.
Yeah, that's
not bad.
That's awful. I don't want that one to be in the documentary.
Go, take that out.
That is not what I'm capable of.
Cut.
Final training session tomorrow, final mental prep day today. Hopefully it's going to put me in a good place.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Let's go.
That's a good swing.
There it is. That's what I was capable of.
I guess my question is why? You know, you've had a lot of shit. You've had a lot of stuff going on. I mean, part of you could just want a quiet life and kind of get settled into living back in the UK. Why now, and why were you willing to put your head above the parapet?
I think I just get bored really easily. Like, I always need something going on, like a little bit of chaos somewhere. So amongst all of this, I'm obviously preparing for my first World Championships in British colours, then the record attempt stuff as well. Like, I just love a bit of extra stuff going on. It was the same thing last year where I was preparing for my Olympics and the move across to GB. I just needed like something else. Like, I really enjoy the chaos. Having other stuff going on kind of keeps me rolling really, and yeah, I think I just need that to function.
Obviously, him changing countries had a lot of backlash, a lot of hate, because ultimately people saw it as a negative thing. But for him, he's 25 now, he's at the midpoint of his career, and he wanted to move here. He wanted to have a new goal, have a different, he said he'd regret if he never did it. So for him, moving here was huge. He has had quite a lot of comments being like, why now, or why not wait?
I think he dealt with it really well. I mean, obviously, Oz Cycling gave him a bit of stick for it, but he sort of just took that all on the chin, and he almost used it as fuel, I guess.
There's no point, in my mind, not aiming for the absolute maximum. You know, like, in my mind, part of me is like, I want to ride 8.7. You know, I want to absolutely smash it out of the park. I want to go as fast as possible. You're only going to go as fast as the limit you set yourself, so why set any limit?
Matt's sort of his own guy. He does stuff the way he wants to, and yeah, he just pushed through it really.
He's so particular about every little thing he does, and maybe some people aren't a fan of that, or some people are like, why? But for him, his reasons are so clear why he wants to do something.
I mean, all the preparation he's put in beforehand, like, he's definitely not left any stones unturned.
I want to go under 9, and I don't know by how much, basically as much as I possibly can. So, like, I don't know, it's a big thing to say, but like, there's no point shying away from it. I don't know, I've never had a day like this where, like, I just feel so fortunate, like, to be in this position, to, like, this bike is mine. You know what I mean? Like, it's being delivered here by Hope for me, for this record, and like, it's just incredible. Oh, I can see it from here. Oh. Afternoon, everyone. Here's the chariot. Hell yeah. When you're in cycling programs, obviously I've been in Cycling Australia and British Cycling, you get, you know, there'll be days where you get a new bike and you get to ride it for the first time, but it's not your bike, it's the team's bike, you know, so this is very much going to feel like Christmas to me. Was it good to build? Went together all right? How's the paint on the bars? Still a bit soft? Yeah, yeah.
Centre bolt, centre of the bars.
Yeah.
Black or silver.
Silver.
You want silver,
please.
It
Yeah.
does.
If
It
you
does.
have
It
one.
does stand.
It's just a pinch myself moment. Like, I remember when I first moved here, I absolutely loved everything that Hope was about, and their bikes and the engineering that went into it, and to have all of it tied together with the Renishaw components is just, yeah. To now have my own is obviously so incredible. I was trying to think of a way to kind of have a bit of a one-off sort of bike for this record attempt, and it's tough because the bikes always look so awesome as they are with the raw carbon. So I thought about it for a long time because I didn't want to ruin it, but I wanted it to be something that was different than every other Hope. So that's where this came from. They did a couple renders for me and we spat this out, and here we are.
It was really refreshing to have Matt approach us, actually, because we spent all this time working with British Cycling and doing all these top-end bikes. But Matt, with his kind of personal achievement that he sat there really wanting to get, he came to us, and it was a really nice experience to have him come to us and be involved in the process. I guess thankfully for Matt, we were already working on a fork at the time, because obviously what we provide for the Olympics isn't the full kit, but being a bike manufacturer, we want to offer top-end kit, and we want to offer the full package. So I'd spent a lot of time working on developing a new fork that was slightly different to ones that we'd used in the past, and everything we'd learned from the wide fork design. I had a few ideas that we'd like to incorporate to make an even better one. So we were doing that, and then Matt came to us, and that kind of gave it that last little kick to get it over the line, and it worked out perfect timing. The wide forks are all about integrating the bike with the rider. The airflow around the forks helps reduce drag as an overall package. So with Matt using these forks, he had a significant advantage, and I think he was quite happy with the gains we managed to get him.
It's really special. I think it's hard sometimes for people to see how much effort and how many people were actually involved in an attempt like this, and coming here and you know, almost paying respects to the people that, you know, were involved in building that absolute rocket ship of a bike. Yeah, I just think a really important step in this whole process. Like, I mean, I don't want to call it too early, but it looks like the fastest bike in the world, so hopefully I can do it justice and actually make it the fastest bike in the world. That's all I can say. We were pretty confident, I think, given what I did at the World Cup earlier in the year with the equipment that I was on, the prep that I had coming into that. The talks were more around like how far under can I go. So it wasn't a case of optimizing me for the sub 9, it was optimizing me to go as far under it as possible basically, and try and take it as out of reach as we possibly can. Jason keeps things really simple, and I think that's really good for me because it's easy with how my brain works to start to overthink things or think it too far or just complicate it. So he's kind of someone that I rely on to bring me back down a little bit, and our personalities kind of balance each other out, which I think is really good. I think it was good. Like, the conditions in here weren't very fast, and it was like an unofficial track record, so faster than I've ever been on this track. So I think I took a lot of confidence from that. That it wasn't as fast as what I probably wanted to go. However, I'm probably like never satisfied. Like, whenever I do something in training, whether it's a PB or not, I always think, I could have done that a bit better, I could have done that a bit better. So, although I took a lot of confidence from it, part of me wanted to almost go and do it again and see if I could go even faster, but I knew that I needed to save the legs for the actual day. That was obviously more important. So, it was a good last sort of test run here in Manchester. New track record. Couldn't really ask for much more in my last session. It was a tough kind of final week to stay calm, controlled, trust the process, that sort of thing. All the work was done. There wasn't anything I could do at that point to make me faster, but there was a lot I probably could do to make me slower. So I just had to be really careful in the travel and getting over there as chilled out as possible. So we've made it to Konya. It was a 7 AM flight, so we were up pretty early for that one. And then we embarked on our 3.5-hour drive through the mountains to get to where we are here in Konya. I know it's not the most picturesque place in the world, but it's got a really fast velodrome at it, so that's why we're here. Vlogging right now, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Never stops. Well, it was, yeah, obviously the second time I'd been there, so it was like, I know, like back for redemption kind of thing. I felt like I had unfinished business, and it was cool to have created a situation where I've given myself a second opportunity. And now I've got a chance to redeem myself. The day before was a pretty important day because I knew what I did that day was going to define kind of my headspace for the next day. And basically what I did was almost just like a dry run. Yeah. Warm-up, timings, everything. Yeah. But just did a flying 100 roll through. And what that means is basically in the description, it's just a flying 100 and then you can just continue rolling through all the way to the finish line just to feel the rest of the track. You get an effort in, but not too much. And you kind of do everything you need to do. And that I was nervous for, because if it went well, it meant that I was going to have a lot of confidence for the next day. And if it didn't go well, it meant that, you know, I'd feel a lot more pressure. Luckily, it did go very well, and I unofficially broke the world record that day just doing a roll through. I almost went quicker than what I did at Konya earlier in the year, only trying for half of it. So I was like, oh, here we go, like this is gonna be good now. But then it almost adds more pressure because then you think, well, there's no way now I can't do it. So you're just thinking like, just don't mess it up now. Like you've got everything you need to do. If you just ride your bike for 200 meters, it's gonna happen. So at the World Cup, I knew coming in that there was a chance that I could go under 9 seconds, that is.
Yeah, in Konya, I remember he was so nervous beforehand. His first outing with Team GB, he had all that pressure on him, all those eyes on him, and then he also had the chance to go sub-9.
The track shape is quite a difficult one to ride. It kind of throws you out of the corner. So that's basically what happened to me. I had my head down coming out of turn 4. I flicked up a little bit and then tried to correct it. And as I've corrected it and pulled myself down, the track's done its thing and I've pulled myself so far down that I've actually ridden completely off the track. The UCI unfortunately couldn't ratify the record because I'd ridden off the track, which is absolute fair game.
I've never seen anyone so disappointed to break a world record, like no celebration, nothing. He just didn't care. He wanted to see that 8 and it didn't come.
If I'd gone sub that day, that would have really stung. But I think the fact I didn't, I was already thinking, when can I come back here and do this again? You just worried that something could go wrong, but at that point, 24 hours later, you're going to try to break the world record. Like, you just need to put that out of your mind. Get good food in, get good sleep, and let it happen. I was nervous. Like, I woke up and it was like, oh, this is a big day. I don't know, I was trying to stay relaxed, but it was just stressful. Like, I just knew that, you know, a lot of people were going to be watching and waiting to see what I actually did, and yeah, it just added a lot of pressure. At a competition, it's different because there's lots of athletes there, there's lots of different races going on. Like, you're such a small piece in that competition, whereas this was just me and my attempts in that moment. I thought maybe coming in I'd be less nervous on the day, but I was not. Like, I was very nervous, but to me, nerves kind of add speed. Like, if I can channel it in the right way, it can be a good thing. So I kind of let my body kind of feel those nerves and feel those emotions and just build that adrenaline over the course of the day up until the moment. And then I just knew that I needed to rip it. It was an interesting dynamic though, because you obviously don't have any fans, anyone in the crowd. There's probably about 20 people on the infield, a couple local riders and things like that, and Emma and my dad. A lot of people were like, oh, how much quicker could you have gone if there was a crowd there, or, you know, a bit of an atmosphere. And for me, it doesn't really matter because I don't have an issue switching on when I need to. The only fear I had was riding off the track again. I hadn't done a full flying 200 since then. I did everything I needed to in the wind-up. I was very focused, very switched on. And then once I kind of dropped into my line, it was just don't ride off the track. Obviously, I was ecstatic when I broke the barrier. I'd finally done it, what I'd wanted to do for so long, but I also knew there was more. So I kind of rode probably 203 meters, I reckon, at this point, because I basically rode the red the entire way, and it was just a really sloppy ride. Like, the 100-meter split was actually slightly slower than I did the day before. Like, I think I can go quicker than this.
What a boy. What a hero.
These are like the moments that I dreamt of. It was kind of a representation of how much work had gone into it by a lot of people, and part of it was joy of being able to repay them for the investment and the time and the energy that they put into me and into the record. My goal was to break 9. My goal wasn't the world record. That obviously happens as default. And just, yeah, a very special moment, and one I'll never forget. And obviously having Emma and my dad there as well just made it even more special. Having the banner with the bike and the time and everything like that, like, that's what I'd literally dreamt of. But then I'm also standing there thinking, like, just wait for tomorrow. I knew it wouldn't be too bad because I'm used to, like, the Olympics was 7 days of racing in a row with much bigger schedules each day. So I knew it wasn't going to be an issue of the legs, it was going to be an issue of execution. The legs feel good, the body feels good, I'm ready to go. It could have taken more out of me than I think, but I guess we'll find out today in the state execution. And now I'd have a whole nother 200 under my belt. That was double the amount I'd had before. So I've taken even more experience going into the next day, and it's not 5 months later, it's 24 hours later. So everything is just fresh in my mind of how I can execute this better. More confidence knowing that if I just ride the black and can control the line, there's going to be so much time on the table. So
you just looked up at me and went.
I felt even better than the day before, to be honest, like legs-wise. It was even hotter in there than the day before. It was kind of all the stars were aligning for this second day.
Okay. So good. Good.
I honestly can't remember much from the first couple laps of my wind-up. Like I do on the first day, I just don't on the second day until I went. And then I remember going, and every 10 meters was like perfect. I was like, yeah, I'm right where I need to be here. I'm right where I need to be here. I came out the top of the corner. I didn't get thrown down. I'm like, I'm right where I want to be here. I do my 200-meter line and just go straight to the black across the 200-meter line. And it was just like, oh, hold this, hold this, hold this. I came out the corner. I didn't get thrown down. Black all the way to turn 3. Came in, had a little tiny wobble. Fixed it instantly, straight on the black. Came out of turn 4. Didn't get thrown down all the way to the line. And I was like, that's going to be quick. And then you kind of sit up, and obviously you're exhausted and you're tired, and I'm still going probably like 75k an hour at this point, trying to look at the tiny scoreboard all the way at the other side, making sure that I can see what I think I've seen, and it's 2.8. And I'm just like, oh, this is incredible. And then I see a 5, and I'm like, oh, even better. And it's just, yeah, it was just such a great feeling. But I just waited until I'd 100% seen what I thought I saw. And then it was just, yeah, all the emotion came out of that point. I was done, like that was it. There was no more days to do. I'd done what I came out there to do, and obviously I said I wanted to break 9, but no one knew that I really wanted to go 8.8. Like that wasn't, like the 9 was, like that was fun and that was nice, but I knew I could go faster than that, so why just settle?
Matt's just broke his own world record. He just went 8.8 seconds. Crazy.
It's just what we do, isn't it?
I think it worked out quite well, where I've obviously only just broken it on the first day and then just obliterate it on the second day.
Am I seeing double? Oh yeah, I am. There's 2 8s on there.
It works quite well in the kind of narrative and the storyline. Obviously wasn't trying to do that. I was always trying to ride as fast as I can, but kind of a nice way to do it for me. And yeah, holding that sign on the second day, that's when I felt like a big accomplishment. That's when I felt satisfied that I could not go any faster.
Yeah.
Vlog, filming the vlog. Wild. Crazy.
Well, I think is as a couple, they fully appreciate what each other are going through, and you know, it's lovely when you're both hitting the highs at the same time. They are the power couple of track sprinting in the world. You know, amazing what they've both achieved so far already.
Oh, now we're vlogging. What day is it?
2.
How you feeling?
I'm actually pretty good. I mean, all I did was fly 200 yesterday, so I'm not that cool.
All you did.
2.
Yeah.
Gone are the days where it just happens. You really do have to plan it and think it through and optimize absolutely everything.
Sorry? Oh, hello.
Hey, Bob.
How's breakfast?
It was alright. I'd say it.
I'm not going to tell them what I do because that's giving me a secret.
Obviously, Emma went out with you as well. What inspiration does she give you going out?
She just flew over with hand luggage and some foam pads that we ended up needing brought over because we lost the first lot. But yeah, for her to come out was obviously really important for me, and to have her there in that moment, given that it would only happen once, to have her there for that memory that will last a lifetime was really special.
Yeah, cooking in it. You've got it in here.
Guys, you should chill out.
He could be remembered as one of the best track cyclists ever, so I think that means a lot for him. And I think personally, he's been on such a big journey from years ago when he was in Australia. I think him coming over here to ride for GB now and break that record, it'd mean a lot for him to do it for his his actual home country.
Here he is.
I won $8,857.
Dollars?
Yeah. Pounds? What's whatever the best exchange rate is?
I understand it's quite niche. People outside track cycling won't really understand it that much, but sub 9 is just a crazy landmark in track cycling sprint. Sub 9 is just like a whole nother step.
What are you doing now?
I'm just vlogging while I ride.
Matty's always the type of person that loves a challenge. He has the next things on his mind. The initial part of that was him moving here. So moving to Great Britain was a huge step. Like, I couldn't move across the world and, yeah, basically pack up my life, trying to do an Olympic Games and move here, and he did that. He wants to hang the bike up, and it's like world champs when you get that jersey, you want to hang it up, you want to show what you've done. And in your career cannot be forever, but it's about the achievements on the way. People will say what they say, think what they think, but yeah, I'm right there with him and I'm so proud of him.
I'm always someone who kind of takes things on the chin and just keeps moving forward. But, you know, when I sit down and reflect on the last year that I've had, there's been some difficult times. Like when I swapped, all I felt like was I was just chasing a dream. You know, a dream that I'd had when I was a young kid. I am proud of myself for how I got through that and continue to stay motivated and hungry to keep pushing day in, day out at the highest level, showing that I'm not slowing down. Like, you cannot stop me. I will achieve what I want to achieve based on my dreams, whether that being swapping from Australia to Great Britain or wanting to become the fastest cyclist of all time. If I dream it, I will achieve it. I remember sitting, watching the Beijing 2008 Olympics, watching Chris rip around the velodrome, winning that Keirin final, and just being inspired. And whether that was an omen for what was to come, who knows? But, you know, here I am, not quite following his footsteps, but getting closer year on year. And if I could have even just 1% of the impact that, say, Chris had on me, that would be incredible.
You can bogey it.
I can bogey it, basically, and I still shoot 79. Come on. Come on. That was a whirlwind of emotions. Thank you. Thank you. People can achieve some pretty incredible things.
In jeans, in 35 degrees, with something in his smoking. How cool is this little thing?
Yeah, super cool. Hello.
And one day you'll be fast.
One day you're fast.